There's the whistle, and here we go.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ah, that's a fine interception. And that has been cleared.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. And here's Bale. Beckham. Shift. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Climbs up big! Right with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Rodri really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that! And the shot! Now, who's going to... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, that's delightful. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier.
Big Luis Suarez! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rafael Leao going face-to-face with his great rival. Hullet. And it's Beckham. And it's Hullet. Shevchenko. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi. Oh, what a climb! Bellingham. Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's in plenty of space here. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Now it's Bale. Beckham. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's shifting through the gears here. Cleared away. Just about within shooting range. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Barcelona look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Shevchenko receives it in a good position here. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. He has found a way through. Rafael Leao carries the ball down the right. Now it's Rafinha. Now this could be a chance. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi demonstrating his defensive quality there. And he's managed to get free. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Guardiola is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Shevchenko. Zaire Emery calmly anticipates. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Laos certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And here's Messi, and he was alert to it. Rafinha quietly revving up. He's a sharp little ball here. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Now it's Hullet. Looking for the run. Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Luis Suarez!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That pass isn't the best. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
That gets things going for the second half.
Laos can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Cannavaro. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can. Rafinha is onto this. He's in a great position here. Now it's Messi. He can run onto that. He's found the way through. Tries a shot! No mistake! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. Well, it's clear what the manager wants here. His aim is to dominate in the wide areas, isn't it?
Yeah, I suspect that the wide men have been instructed to combine with the two forwards playing off the central striker, providing support or rotating with them while being the main suppliers of crosses. This is all about end product. Nunez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Hazard, played out towards the right wing. Great vision. Hazard. Matheus Nunes. Matheus Nunes! Just too much, fractions.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I think an awful lot's going to be asked of this fella Zubamendi here. But being such a smart player, I expect him to pass the test with flying colours. He's making up the extra centre-half at times, as well as making those deep, long runs towards the box. I think a cracking player with a very disciplined game.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. He's got away. Tries to cut a header! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Number 10.
Thailand are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Nice physical challenge. Matheus Nunes. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Messi. Chance here to counter. And it's Gullit. He's shifting through the gears here. Gullit looking to penetrate opposition lines. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Gullit providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And this is Shevchenko. Probing pass, floated through. Haaland. Pacho. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. Hazard. Just no time to dwell on the ball there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Haaland. Konate gets a foot in here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
Big header! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Nunez's cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Matheus Nunes. Pressing high and with purpose. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. There's the whistle.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It makes defenders nervous knowing that at the slightest misjudgment, he's probably uncatchable.
And he uses it with such intelligence. There are few able to do that, aren't there?
I totally agree with that.
It's a mighty effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Oh, what a